Hey, welcome back to the channel. So excited to talk about the topics for today. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you're getting 1% better. Hope you're having the best day ever. And I hope you're on the way to becoming the best version of yourself. I think I'm in a good place. I'm happy where I am. I remember working my way up to this spot. I kind of enjoyed it. I think you gotta enjoy the process. Once you make that decision to save money, to be less stressed, to eat healthier, to read more, to journal more, to get up earlier, to exercise more. It's about the process. I think it's even like detaching from the results. Just, it doesn't matter how much weight you lost in the last week, in the last day, how many pages you wrote, how many pages you read, how long you went for a walk or a run. I think it just matters that you're doing it and to kind of detach from the results. And even I think that could apply to this channel. Like you can't worry about it. You just do the best that you can, do the best that I can, and you know, it is what it is. If it connects, it connects. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Sometimes I think about making shorter videos, but like I like the connection that we can have on the longer videos, and so that feels good to me when I'm making it. When I'm making it, I feel the connection that we have, and that's nice for me because you can hear there's nothing going on now. It's a silent home. It's nice to have connection during the day. It's nice to build the community, to trade ideas, to motivate each other, to inspire each other, to rise together, and to make sure that we're having the best day ever, or at least trying our best, and to make sure we're on the way to becoming the best version of ourselves. And sculpting that every day. And I look forward to taking the journey with you. The topics I want to talk about today are my April 2023 Side Hustle Income Report. That's always one of my favorite topics, to see how much my hard work pays off. I want to talk a little bit about choices and the difference between the two that we might have. Certain options. I wrote down, I got a bunch of these note cards, 3x5 cards, happiness, on philosophy. I want to share a few of those, and like I think about going paperless. So maybe I'll share these. Maybe I'll like put them on my Twitter page, JB Breaks Free, my Instagram page, JB Breaks Free. And that way they'll always be there and I can refer back to them, because the wisdom's too good. Like you don't remember everything. So I like to write it down and study it and keep it in my head. I want to go over those. I want to go over some journal entries from 2019 as I was just starting my break-free journey. Kind of interesting to look back on that. And then I want to share at least one verse of a song by Gordon Lightfoot, who just passed away, Canadian singer-songwriter. Sam, maybe you know about Gordon Lightfoot. Maybe he's even bigger up there. But I love a few of his songs. I was thinking about Early Morning Rain and the Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. But then I remembered a song, For Lovin' Me, and it's just kind of a cruel song. But who knows what put him in that position. But basically a kiss-off song. And I liked some kiss-off songs growing up, so I wrote a few myself, perhaps. But we'll get into the topics of today. April 2023 Side Hustle Income Report. I had 9 streams of income. This is a bit elevated because these numbers are a bit elevated because I'm almost relying it now as a part-time job. I am working some weeks waiting tables 4 nights a week. I worked 4 nights this week and last week. But the next 2 I will be working only 3 nights because of Tuesday rotations. We're closed Wednesdays, we're closed Sundays and Mondays. And so I got to find that work-life balance. So I'm happy to go out in the morning and make a little bit extra doing Instacart and Spark and Uber Eats. And well, I'll share them with you right now. Instacart in April 2023, I made $580.44. Pretty good. I used to just strictly do Instacart. But I've liked multi-apping, having 3 apps going at once now: Instacart, Uber Eats, and Spark Walmart Delivery. And that just kind of decreases the downtime. Like, I don't like to have all my eggs in one basket no matter what it is. So, I pick and choose the best options for me, and I try to stay busy. So, Instacart, $5.80.44. Receipt Hog. I take my receipts from anything that I purchase out in the world, and I bring them home. And I also take my Instacart receipts from Wegmans, from BJ's, Tops, etc. And I line them all up on the counter, and I'll snap pics of them with these receipt apps, and one of them is called Receipt Hog, and I made $5. And I redeem those with Amazon gift cards. So say you make $20 a month through Amazon gift cards, that's over $200 a year, quick math. And who knows, that could be a gift for yourself, that could help with Christmas presents, any sort of thing. And Amazon obviously has anything, some good books that you might want to treat yourself with. But who couldn't use some extra money per year? Mowing lawns, I made $30. I have a neighbor that pays me, obviously quite generously, but I watch myself not to push it. I don't like to just wait. Where's my 30? So it's definitely due for a lawn mowing now. I kind of skipped it last week. If I do it by Friday, that will have been 2 weeks, and the grass is growing crazy in April. So, but that's a nice pocket change to have. I'm not going to turn it down. Flipping, reselling items. You guys know that's one of my passions, one of my hobbies. I made $375. That's actually my lowest month this year, $375. And really, that's not bad for January, February, March, and April. Those are typically months, the first 4 months of the year, where there's not a lot of garage sales. Obviously, it's too cold for them. There's not even a lot of estate sales, which is weird. You think there'd be some over the winter inside sales. But I'm happy with that. I work hard at it to gain knowledge. I work hard listing them. I work hard taking pics. I work hard boxing and shipping them off. But I love every second of it. And it's kind of a hustle mentality that I've developed. And again, it just saves you. That money's huge, and that money adds up over time. I challenge you to find something in your house that you can sell for over $10. And let me know what it might be. Let me know any questions that you have. My next thing, money source, is Survey Junkie, $5. This one is just daily surveys that give you 10 cents, and I just do them over and over once a day, and it's pretty mindless, and you get $5, so it adds up. Uber Eats, $130 for April 2023. I am out, I think, of the algorithm of Spark Walmart Delivery. I don't know what it is. It's not like there's not action there. Actually, I get Walmart deliveries through Uber Eats too, which is kind of nice, but I'll get there and I'll just see people cranking. And I don't know what it is. I know sometimes you get closer to a hot spot. If you're closer to Wegmans, you're typically going to get an order quicker than someone who's, say, in my house. Or so people wait in the parking lots and stuff, and I don't really have the time or patience to do that. Maybe if I needed it to survive, but even that sometimes doesn't get me in the loop. So I've had to rely on Uber Eats a little bit. So 130. I'm trying to get all my metrics up for Walmart Spark Delivery. I'm in the green with 3 of them, but my on time is orange, and it's 90% because they give you a really short window. And I was trying to take batches early as I was getting out of the shower, or 10-15 minutes before I would bring the kids to school. And then I would get there and I would have delivery, I guess, maybe being a little late. So I've been trying to just be more patient and turning it on just when I'm ready to go. So we'll see how that goes. The only time I'm really getting great Walmart batches is Saturdays, just because it's so busy and people probably take Saturdays off. Then I have Receipt Pal, another receipt scanning app. I made $5. Fetch Rewards is my favorite receipt scanning app. I think there's a sign up link in the description below. Made $10 doing that. And then Spark, Walmart delivery, even kind of being outside of the algorithm, I'm still chipping away at it. I had a $100 day. I think there was one Saturday where I just crushed it, and then, making $100 per weekish. Made $504.97 for April 2023. And all those 9 income streams outside of my main job of waiting tables are $1,641.41. All that money is there for me, and basically just getting up off the couch and doing it, and not being lazy like perhaps sometimes I could be. And nothing there is too, I don't feel like any one of these things is outside of the grasp of somebody who wants it. There's a very low barrier to entry. Just download those apps, scan some receipts. Now the flipping, that can get a little challenging, I think, but maybe you learn things throughout the way. You learn from your mistakes, but also if you haven't started, there should be a ton of stuff around your house that you can sell. But anyways, $1,641.41, April 2023. That saved me because I'm basically working part-time as a waiter now. And if I were to multiply that by 12, it would be $19,696.92. So that's a huge chunk of change outside of my main job. If I refuse to do any one of those, who knows? I'd be having to get another job with another boss, or stressing out hardcore and not being able to save as much. We did save 48% of our income in April 2023. That's with going to Kalahari Water Park. That's with having some bills, this and that. So it feels really good. To be there, to not be living paycheck to paycheck, to get to work. And the last 2 Tuesdays have been slow. The Tuesday before that, they absolutely just cranked and did 100 people and made a ton of money. But my last 2 Tuesdays were not as good. And I don't have to feel that, God, people got to come. What am I going to do? I can just kind of go with the flow. It kind of all evens out in the end. And I don't have to stress it. And that feeling, it feels so good to have that peace into my life. I did hear another definition of freedom today. Freedom is doing what you want to do within your means. And that is a good definition of freedom, I think. I can pretty much do what I want to do within my means. I can't, private jet all over the world, and I can't take every single day off of work or anything like that, but I have the freedom. I choose to be where I choose to be working right now. I enjoy waiting tables, and I enjoy doing my deliveries. I enjoy grinding out flips and, making $10, $8 a flip and doing it 10 times. I just enjoy that for some reason. I enjoy non-traditional ways to make money. And those are choices that I make nowadays. These were choices that I did not make for many years of my life, for my 20s, and even as I started this journal, which I will share with you guys a little bit. I was just starting to break free from the old me, to shedding that skin and becoming the new, better version of myself. But so we have choices every single day. What do we do? Choice A, sleep till noon, or choice B, wake up early. What do you choose? What are you going to choose if you sleep until noon? I've been there. I used to count the hours of how many hours I could sleep before I had to get up and shower before work, because I was out the night before. It's an awful way to live. Next thing, what do we do? Do we skip the gym, or do we get our exercise in no matter what? Do we turn our shoulds into musts? And is that a non-negotiable? Are you going to get your exercise in? Am I going to get my exercise in? It's a choice we have to make, and we are the product. Our future selves are the products of our choices right now. And where I am now is a product of the choices I made 5-10 years ago, and where I'll be in 10 years is the product of the choices I make now. What am I going to be? Am I going to eat fast food, or am I going to eat healthier? What are you going to do? Am I going to ignore my future, or am I going to find my future, create my future? Man, if I only could have focused, if I only had the vision in my 20s to think about my future more often, as far as saving money and focusing on health and well-being. But it is what it is. That was my path, and I was lucky I was able to learn from some of the failures and mistakes, because that's what life is all about. I think failures are, I don't know if demonized is the word, but failures are certainly frowned upon during school. But I think in life, you can definitely learn from your failures, and I really had no other choice at that point. Are you going to destroy your health, or are you going to focus on self-care? Two big differences right there. Which choice are you going to make? Are you going to waste your money, or are you going to invest your money? Wasted a lot. I used to shudder to think about how much money I wasted going out and partying, and you can never get that money back. And then I didn't even think that I could invest money. I was scared to invest money. Waiters didn't invest money. I didn't even think it was humanly possible. And then, are you going to party all night, or are you going to work on new skills? Are you going to learn new skills, new information? And I can just remember for hours and hours just researching, how should I invest my money? Where should I invest my money? How can I learn from the mistakes of the money that I wasted and just save a ton of it, and maybe make up a little bit for the lost ground? And I've always been a pretty good saver, so that kind of came a little bit naturally to me. But again, it's not easy. There's sacrifices. There's plenty of things I'd just like to buy right now, but you can learn new skills instead of partying all night. And if we can choose the right choices, to wake up early, to exercise, to eat healthier, to think about your future, to focus on self-care, to invest your money, and to work on new skills, you will be free, and you will be on your way to having the best day ever, because those things have put me on that path. This is JB Breaks Free before I started doing those things. But it was coming up on my radar, so I'll share a few of my thoughts from June 2019. It was the first day of my week with the girls. Went pretty well. But I have to realize that I'm not going to be able to get my usual routine in. I used to get very flustered if I was out of my routine. I had tons of shipping, because this is probably when I was selling my records. Limiting my possessions, besides books, which will teach me. I must remember to be strict only with myself, and to respond, not to react. So, not to just be a puppet to any situation. The weather, somebody cuts you off, somebody insults you. Don't just react to it, but respond to it in a clear way. And to be strict only with myself is a Stoic philosophy that not my wife, not my neighbor, not my coworker. I can't expect them to embody my philosophy. All I can do is worry about myself, because that's what I can control. June 26, 2019. I love my improved mood and outlook. I love owning less. I gotta focus on talking only when needed, not complaining, and having a stoic diet. And obviously I'm still working on that darn diet part, but I'm pretty good at not saying too much more than necessary, to listening, 2 ears and 1 mouth. Complaining, I'm trying to get better. I'm not perfect, that's for sure, but I'm trying, and I think I'm better than I was. June 27th. If I can live like the philosophers say, my life will be so much more enjoyable. I felt a tinge of sadness today at selling my record collection, but not much. The less I desire, the better and quicker I can get to financial independence. So, financial independence has been unlocked in my mind. Stoic philosophy has been unlocked in my mind. So, now I'm starting to break free from my old self, to learn philosophy, to learn financial independence, to learn investing, and to get to FI you got to start hustling, and that stuff's coming. Hannah is sick, but she's watching shows and doing better. My friend Chad is home. I feel so much pressure to see him when I can because I know our time is limited. I'm enjoying my days and I'm enjoying my nights. I'm seizing every precious moment with virtue. June 28th. I probably should limit my watching of sports news, but in some ways I'm productive during it. I have such a strong desire to collect stuff, but limiting my desires is so much better. I still have that urge to collect stuff, but I haven't acted on it too much. Focus on every moment, every thought and action with virtue. June 29th, and finally, I broke my good streak with cigarettes. I don't like it, but I must show myself compassion as well. I have to go all in. I can't go all in because I'm going to Boston, and that's my justification because there was some concert there. Doing awesome flips from garage sales. It's so much fun. I've been buying some cheap, good books, though. If they bring me joy, so be it for now. I don't have to keep them. I can't bring myself to get rid of my Bob Dylan records. I eventually did. Girls love sleeping at their grandma's. It's easy to be calm in regular situations or to give others advice. It's not so easy when you are dealing with it directly. I hope my daily practice prepares me at least a little for when I have to deal with death, loss, and adversity. And I think it has helped. I'm glad that I know what I know. If I had to deal with those things, death, loss, and adversity, I think I am better at dealing with it. And I like this. So it says life is a test into these note cards talking about dealing with death, loss, and adversity. This is something, life is a test, 2020. So this is a year after this journal entry. It's a great training gown. Notice the discomfort without resorting to habitual needs. So what's the discomfort? Loss, sadness, anger, stress, fear, cravings. What do I do to cope with that? Drink, drugs, Netflix, cigarettes, overeating. Notice the discomfort without resorting to habitual needs. That's really all I need out of life right there. Stay with it. Relax into the uncertainty. Perhaps meditate or at least think. Be aware of your thoughts and anxiety. That is always available to us. No matter what, we can resort into ourselves. And I do it sometimes in the crazy restaurant. Chaos is going. We can chill. And take a breath and center on the present moment right now. I want to be an example of a gentleman in front of Hallie and Hannah so they won't accept anything less. And I try to be the best role model I can for them, to be a gentleman, and hopefully, they will choose somebody that they deserve. Make use of the precious time that remains. Every moment's a gift. Time is our greatest non-renewable resource. What am I going to do with today? How am I going to make use of the precious time that remains? Trying to better myself, trying to connect with you, build this community, working in the morning, family time at night. Make use of the precious time that remains. Don't waste it. Carpe diem. For every negative thought that pops into my head, replace it with 3 positive thoughts and a positive affirmation. For every negative thought that pops into my head. I'm not good enough. I'll never be able to do this. You screwed up. You didn't eat well. Okay, positive affirmations. My body's a temple. I will keep my body clean. My strengths are greater than my struggle. Happiness is within my grasp. I am confident in the presence of others. The only person who can defeat me is myself. I dare to be different. And I think if we're here, we're all kind of daring to be different, to making the best out of our lives, to not, I hate when people say like sheep and stuff like that, but we're just trying to have great days and to do it mindfully, with self-awareness, to be confident in situations, to take care of our bodies in a world where fast food is very evident, to not be defeated by the struggles that we are naturally going to have in all of our lives. We each have our own different struggles. Happiness is within my grasp, right here. I can reach it. If I can reach it, I can have it. I can control that. The only person who can defeat me is myself, no one else. 6 ways to better yourself today. Pick a book and read 5 pages. Fast for the rest of the day. Do yoga, do stretch. List things that you're grateful for. Go to bed earlier. Write your 5-year plan. Things to think about. I love this. The space between your thoughts is enlightenment. Boy, what are the thoughts? You think about work tomorrow. How's it going to go with getting the girls ready for early dinner and soccer practice, and how soccer practice is going to be, and then get home, we got to do this and that. Am I going to get everything I want to get done today before the kids get out of school? Am I going to get that guitar listed? Am I going to eat well enough? Am I going to get my exercise in? Hope I'm doing okay. Right now, the space in between my next thought, that's enlightenment. Notice the space in between your thoughts. I think that's what meditating can do, to eventually those thoughts will separate themselves instead of just monkey mind. Thought. And that space in between is enlightenment. And now, a quick little shout out to the great singer-songwriter, Gordon Lightfoot. That's what you get for loving me. That's what you get for loving me. Everything you had is gone, and you can see. That's what you get for loving me. I ain't the kind to hang around. I ain't the kind to hang around. Moving is my stock and trade. I'm moving on. I won't think of you when I'm gone. So don't you shed a tear for me, 'cause I ain't the love you thought I'd be. I got 100 just like you, so don't be blue. I'll have 1,000 before I'm through. Now there you go, you're crying again. Now there you go, you're crying again. Someday when your poor heart is on the mend, perhaps I'll pass this way again. That's what you get for loving me. That's what you get for loving me. Everything you had is gone, as you can see. That's what you get for loving me. That's what you get for loving me. Break free.